So, ma'am, thank you so much for joining me. It is our first time, right? Interaction. Am I right? Okay.
Mm.
So, ma'am, could you introduce yourself as we're meeting for very first time?
Okay, thank you for giving me this opportunity. My name is Seema. I'm a homemaker, mother as well. I dwell in Kanpur. I have done PG. I was teacher. I left this journey. Now I'm learning this language. Simultaneously, I have a YouTube channel. I have been uploading video for 6 months. We can say, yeah.
So,
And
ma'am,
recently,
are you
and
teacher?
yes, sir.
Are you teacher?
Teacher, yeah, we can say I have started teaching at home spoken English. So now I can say I'm a teacher, but not I'm not a school teacher.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I
How is
was
your
teacher.
experience? How is your experience teaching students at home, offline?
Offline, yeah, offline, online, both, and we now I teach blended class, blended
Okay.
offline, online, both. So it's very good. We can say for ladies, if we are a teacher in a school, that is also a school teacher is better. We can say they have time for teaching. They can join any school. I was teacher 10 years ago, school teacher. So it was very tough for me. I left. I was not able to handle my house and chores and my children. Then I left this because it was not my cup of tea.
Okay.
And yeah, now I thought I should join my children's school. But nowadays I'm learning this language. I want to be a good speaker. If I am a good speaker, then I can join any school. That is a good. And most of people know about my YouTube channel. They know she is a teacher and she is uploading video. So actually, I found so many, not so many, 5 students this month, and they came for yeah, they come now, they come for learning this language. Yeah.
Okay. So, ma'am, are you living in a joint family or nuclear family? Because you left your job, right? So, I think you're living in a nuclear family, right?
Yeah, I used to live in a nuclear family. Now I'm living in a nuclear family. It's very difficult to handle.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
my husband mostly he lives outside.
Okay.
I have to handle everything. Hmm.
And what do you think? What do you prefer, living in nuclear family or joint family? What do you think? Which is the best?
Yeah, we can say about this topic, huh? Nuclear family versus joint family. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So first I want to say about joint family. Joint family also very important because we need partner, we need support. And after getting married, we need support. Actually,
Yeah.
we don't know about the after getting married, it's very difficult to handle. And after become a mother, it's very uphill task because we have to raise our children, and we are doing it. Yeah, as a mother, if we are doing any job, like if both partner are doing job, that it's very difficult to caring our children.
Mhm.
So joint family is better, but it's very difficult to uh, manage everything because sometimes we need some time and aloneness. Okay, and sometimes it's very difficult to handle because now everybody has a different type of life. Initially everybody used to face this problem, handle situation, but now it's very difficult because everybody educated. If we want to get educated bride, then we have to sacrifice with her. But now it's very different because we can say about mother-in-law. She said ki this is my house, then I want to say and you have to follow me, and I can act you in a bank and call me ungli pe nachana. So then that is a very, we can say, use different between this time. And in a nuclear family also very tough. We can say if we are doing job, then we can't get time for our children. And mostly we have to send our children in a hostel. Okay, and if we are not capable doing this, sending our children in a hostel, then we have to hire anybody like a somebody, we can say. So it's very difficult, and we can't leave our children at home because now my husband is a local, we can say, government employee, and he lives outside. Then I have to handle everything. Some suddenly I am called in a school, so I
Mhm.
have to go there. So it's very difficult because I have to leave every work that time. Instantly, I have to go there. So it's very difficult in a nuclear family. And for this, we had to leave our job. We can say four ladies, they had to sacrifice after getting married if they are living in a nuclear family. And in a joint family, we can say there are advantages also. We can take support. If we are not well, then we are not in a mood for doing house and chores and any work, then we can take food, and all family member can make food and care our children, and they can handle every work. So that is
And
a very hmm.
see, like everything has pros and cons, am I right? Like being in living in nuclear family, it could be, for some people. Suppose you don't have a mutual understanding between both family, right? Then it could be very difficult living together because always quarrel is happening, right? Something. So what happens? Sometimes it could be very difficult to having peace of mind, right? So I believe that everything
Yeah,
has pros and
everything is possible. We can say now it's very difficult. Initial time, actually, in ancestor time, it was very easy because they were habitual of doing this type of house and chores and follow mama's rule, sasuman's rule. But now it's very difficult because we are educated and we also spent before marriage in a study time. We also spent our 15-20 years for education. So we
Mhm.
want to do something. We have a desire. It doesn't matter after getting married, we can sacrifice and you can fulfill your desire.
Yeah. It could be, uh conservative mindset of society, right? Like, we have old mindset, like, if any girl's going to have baby, right, children, then they have to take care of the house and children's, and if they're working they have to stop working, right? But nowadays, suppose if you're completed your post graduation and graduation, you have response, you will thinking, you will have that thought that I must have to, continue my job. Okay, you want to grow somewhere, right? Like, so that is the reason most of the family go for, like, nuclear family, because they don't want any distraction, right? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because
But
some certain responsibility will come if you live in a joint family, kind of, it depends
yeah,
on individual. Yeah.
yeah, but now there are so many conservative people available.
Mhm.
Yeah, they always follow their old culture rule.
Yeah.
Actually, after getting married, it's a culture. You should not go outside. You should leave your
Yeah.
job. After getting married, you have to follow in-laws rule, not your mother's rule.
Mm.
So, and
Ma'am,
we can say
sorry.
bride also think, yeah, why actually after getting married, why should I leave, not your son? Your son also got married, so your rule only for me, not for your son. So
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
difficult to handle, and that is the reason they want to live in a nuclear family. Hmm.
Yeah. Mhm. And how do you deal with your anxiety stress? Because right now you're, like housewife, right? Working as housewife. So how would you, handle the stress? Because children sometimes they will be very naughty, very noisy, right? Create some problems. So, and you have like housework, right? Chores and those things. So how do you manage all of these things? It could be, I can see my mom, right? She is working all the time, right? So how do
Yeah,
you manage?
say every woman has a intangible power.
Okay.
Then, yeah, we can say they can handle everything. After waking up, they have to send their children to school. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and after sending, we have 6 hours, 7 hours for doing our work, house and
Mm-hmm.
chores and cleaning house, and we can get if we have some desire like a, I want to speak English, and I have to get time because it's my desire. And after doing my work within this hour, okay, within we can say 6 hours, 6 and 7 hours, and after coming my children, it's not a student. After coming my children from school, then I have to manage them. I have to make them understand, make them, we can say, feed them, make them so do so many work. So it's a very difficult, but yeah. we can do as a mother. We have an intangible power. We can do everything. And we can say we can spend for 7 hours, 7 hours
Mhm.
after sending them. So we have 7 hours. Within 7 hours we can do anything whatever we want. We can teach, we can speak English, and we can do house and chores. So we can do, yeah, we can. And we
Okay,
want
ma'am.
to enjoy life. Yeah, we want to enjoy in our life. Then we can hire anything, like we can dance, we can hum song, we can do chit chat with a friend. So we can do this type of activity.
Okay, ma'am. When did you become serious about language learning? When did you become serious?
Yeah. Before 1 year, I decided to join my children's school. I told you I was teacher. I
Okay.
decided to join school, but after going there, then I saw Hindi is not allowed.
Not
I have
allowed. Okay.
not allowed. Yeah,
Okay.
Hindi is allowed. Hindi is not allowed. Only English. Only actually, I will have to say in English everything with the
Everything.
student, with the student, with the teacher, with the parents in a PTM. So it's very difficult. After showing, then I didn't say a word to teacher. Then I thought, oh my God, I have to learn English. It's not up to the mark. And since then, I have been speaking.
Hmm.
Yeah, I have
Ac-
been speaking.
Yeah. According to you, what would be the most difficult part when it's come to speaking, when it's come to learning the language? What would be
Initial
the?
part. Initial part. Actually, initial when we start this journey, we
Okay.
always confuse. What should we speak? Which grammar we should use? It's very used grammar. Actually, it's very difficult to deep in this grammar. And from where we should start. So it's very difficult to understand. But yeah, we should keep passion, and first we have to start from beginning like a sentences, because if you know about the sentences, then you can mix past, future, present, and you can make one story. Because when we make one story, then we have to use past, future, present.
Mhm.
Gradually, we can collect lots of vocabulary, idioms, and active, passive, causative, conditional. Gradually, because this journey till the end, that is a language. That is a
Okay.
language we have to copy the person. Hmm.
Okay. Uh, should we focus on grammar as a beginner, because there are so many misconception about, because grammar is confusing. Even somebody achieve their advanced level, still they find grammar is difficult to learn. So would you recommend to someone who just started up language learning to learn the grammar, or should it like happen naturally? What do you think about it? Should we focus on grammar initially?
Yeah, we can say about teenager, after teenager, like after getting married, after crossing into BA, if we want to learn this language, that is a very difficult for student. We can say my son, he is in second class. Now he is learning tenses in a second class. In our time, we were not learning this type of language since first class, but nowadays every school use this language since first class. So they actually till the inter, they are not worried. When did we learn this grammar rule? They think we are habitual of this language. But after crossing inter BA, we want to learn this language, then we are worried. We have to learn this grammar because we don't know. We don't have any partner environment, and we are not habitual, and it's very difficult to understand, listen. And
Okay.
then we think whenever we listen any podcast, any conversation, it's very difficult to understand what is the past, what is the future. So we have to learn. Mm.
Okay. There are so many students, there are so many students are living in rural areas, right? And especially in rural area, they do not get encouragement to learn the language, right? And they're struggling to get a speaking partner. So what would be the best way to get a speaking partner? What would you say those students?
It's very easy. We have social media. Everybody
Social.
has a phone. Yeah, everybody has a phone, and a phone. Because social media is a ubiquitous.
Okay.
Everywhere we can find. Yeah, that is a family of speaking. Now we have a lots of group. We can say WhatsApp group in all time when we were a student. Actually, we can say about myself. When I was a student, this type of activity I didn't find.
Okay.
Okay, at that time, phone was not available, and English. When actually I was teacher 10 years ago, that time I used to teach English subject 1 to 5th, but I used to speak Hindi with the teacher, with the student. It was actually English language was not available there. Actually, whenever I know how to make sentence, I can
Mm-hmm.
write, but the speaking part is very difficult
Mm-hmm.
because I have an environment. And now we have an environment. We have a WhatsApp group. Now I don't have a, now I'm living in a city. I don't have an environment, but I have to connect with a person by the social media. So everywhere we can find social media is a ubiquitous.
But it
So
could,
we can't say.
yeah,
Hmm.
I'm sorry to interrupt you here. Sorry to cut you off. But social media could have very negative impact on us because once you started to scroll, so you never realize how many hours you're scrolling there, and it could be very difficult to find appropriate speaking partner, right? Because suppose you're connecting to someone you don't like the vibe, right? You will not find a genuine person who are really interested to learn, right? Because there are so many applications, especially boys, they just want to talk to girls only, right? Especially they want to connect with. So these things are also I experience. Okay, so it could be very headache, if you don't find a right partner, speaking partner. So
Mhm.
that is the reason few people should be there whom you can trust, right? And you can have a speaking partner with them on daily basis.
Okay, okay. Yeah, actually, we think they are not supporting us. Initially, I coped this problem. I compared it, this problem. At that time, actually, nobody wanted to pick up my audio call because I didn't aware of video call. I didn't know how to maintain eye contact. I was worried in a video call. But yeah, uh, we can say it's very easy. If somebody wants to ignore you, you also ignore. There's so huge type of platform available. Yeah, we can say we are worried for negativity because scrolling for
Well,
flight time while scrolling phone. Everybody think, yeah, too, we have to aware of this.
yeah,
We actually one time, two time, we should take phone 2 hours in a day. Okay, that is enough. Sometimes we have to keep away from the phone. We want to learn this language. If we want to take any class, we want to take or 1 hour. Okay. So if we hire any teacher, she also teaches us 1 hour approx.
yeah, yeah.
That is enough.
Okay,
We have to
ma'am.
aware.
Yeah. Which social media application do you use most?
Actually, before 1 year, I didn't aware about this social media. I had one Instagram and some actually one is a partner. He was YouTuber and
Okay.
yeah, suddenly he called me and he said, "Ma'am, actually I want to make video with you." Then I said, "Okay, how?" I don't know because before 1 year I was not able to speak. I knew, but I was not able to speak. Then he said, "Oh, ma'am." After listening, then he said, "Ma'am, yeah, actually, now you are not perfect in a video call, but I can join you in a one group. It's a Skype group." So then I said, "Okay." And after finding, then I joined, and since then I have been speaking. So
Okay.
now I actually now I have lots of group, WhatsApp group, Skype group, and a Skype group will be set down after a few days. So now I have lots of group. We can say me. I am now. I'm knowing ki we can connect via the Meet, via the Zoom. It's very different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And why do you think our body language is very important to be a more fluent? Because I have seen, if you use your body language, your fluency also improve.
yeah, it's very influencer. Yeah,
Yeah. Body
actually,
language.
if while speaking, if you stand like a statue and you keep speaking, then other person can laugh. You laugh like you are laughing. Huh?
Actually, ma'am, what happened? Like right now, I really want to have mobile stand so I can keep my mobile phone and I will express my body gesture like openly. But at this point, I have to hold my phone and only one hand I'm using right now. So, yeah, yeah, that's difficult. That I have to improve.
Hmm. Okay, you have approved. Okay, while phone, while making video.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. I think that's it for today. Okay, we have been talking to each
Yeah.
other for 20 minutes. Okay, I
Great.
really appreciate that. I really like your confidence as well, and it is my privilege to talk to you. Okay, ma'am. Bye for now.
So
Okay.
thank you. Bye. Keep practicing. Have fun. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.